Hi guys, welcome back. This is Dr. Pepper All-Star Tournament and we're in the final stage. We'll be watching Chacruna against Raphael and one of those players will advance to the playoffs here. So this is be or not to be for both of those guys. We know Chacruna, right?
Yes, we know Chacruna. He's kind of known Swedish player, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's Swedish.
I think he's actually French.
I know he was friend with Swedish players, and he was also friend with Daniel. That's how I met him. He also came for this DreamHack Bucharest.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember. We shook hands.
He beat Orange. He beat Orange. He kicked out of Orange of the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. He was in the same group. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. But now he will watch his game against Raphael, which this. I mean, I don't know Raphael at all. That's a mystery player for me.
He made it this far, so he must be good.
Yeah, well, I'm really curious if that will be a really good game to watch. I hope so, because I like to cast games where we have something interesting to watch, like either really perfectly played games or, on the other hand, really badly played games, because those are the two most entertaining ones to cast and to watch too, right?
Yes.
It's either you watch and learn from the best, or you either just have fun watching some weird stuff happening.
You can also learn from weird stuff happening.
Yeah, that's also true. Like if you see something really bad happening because someone was unaware of a rule, or maybe there's an RNG outcome happen which you didn't anticipate, people can actually learn because they maybe will not do the same mistake again. Like those players. So yeah, definitely.
I think this is like one of the most important stages in a tournament. The last stage before the cut. This is like the stage where you are the most pressured, where you feel that you need to win, so that you don't waste everything you earned until then. So it's like the pressure might get to the players. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's true. Still, they don't use the cameras, so that's kind of a relief, I think, for the players, because being broadcasted with a player cam also brings additional nerves, to the stakes. And of course, this is the final match, and if you win, you advance to the playoffs. If not, then you have to go again into the qualifiers. So it's a lot of time you have to spend again in the tournament. So it might affect the players' nerves here.
Okay, so we jump right into the game. We can see Hunter on Raphael's side, and then Warrior on Chacruna's side. I also know that Chacruna is a really known Warrior player. He kind of likes the interesting Warrior decks.
We'll have to see. The viewers are not seeing the game yet, and we're waiting for the spectator mode to actually back out. We'll see how it goes. For now, we'll have only one player's hand, so we'll see Chacruna's or Raphael, I guess, hand, which will be playing Hunter against Chacruna's Warrior.
We can see he has a really interesting mana curve. Either 1 to 3 or either coin Companion on 2 to follow up with the bow. What do you think is better?
We'll see the next draw. Like, if he gets an example, a Mad Scientist, I would just play Mad Scientist there, because I want to keep the coin for a Savannah High main.
You can also play the Juggler into Companion into coining Lothar.
That's also good.
Or getting a 4-drop into coining possible Savannah. There are so many ways to play mid-range decks, and you have to choose.
Yeah, it's also there's also an option if there will be like an Acolyte of Pain. You want to deny the draws as soon as possible with the weapon, with your weapon. I mean.
Now Juggler sucks. You definitely want to play.
Yeah, but he got an Owl, which is super important. Wow, why would you play Life Juggler into that?
I would go for a Coin Animal Companion. It's good for 2 reasons. You can get 2 out of 3, which deny the weapon. And then how does he answer Companion? He just plays Acolyte. You play Bow, you deny the Acolyte. Then you play 4-drop, then you play 5-drop. It's like perfect.
Exactly.
And now your curve is kind of screwed up.
And you have to play the Bow now.
Yeah.
Because you can't let Warrior have an Acolyte of Pain on board when he can Taskmaster it and trade into Pilot Shredder or into a Huffer or whatever. So you have to use the Bow now.
That's a pretty small mistake that can cost you later on. And I don't think that this mistake matters if we see the other player's hand, because we don't. So we are like, it's actually nice to cast the game from one player's perspective because we can know how he thinks like without seeing the other's hand.
Oh look, and that's the perfect Taskmaster. So now not only he gains 2 cards from the Acolyte of Pain, he also trades for the Huffer, which is perfect because an example, if that would be a Misha, there would be no option to clear that with only the Taskmaster.
Yes. There's a lot of things that went wrong, but he could stop that by just playing Companion one turn earlier with the coin. Coin, which might be useful if he gets a Savannah, so we might never know. This is a really weird board spot. Without seeing the warrior hand, I would say that you have to trade, but maybe he has some other options. I don't know what, maybe Fiery War Axe? Oh, another Cruel Taskmaster. He wants to really abuse that draw engine from the Acolyte of Pain. That tells us he has a really bad hand.
Yeah, I guess, but it also puts 2 creatures on board, which is kinda important. It also may be meaning he doesn't have an Execute in hand.
Yeah, that's something good. Like, if he had an Execute, he could have played a Cruel Execute, right? Oh, the Belcher.
Now he goes, like, Belcher is the perfect answer for the Baltic Shredder, so he can go face, and the only problem might be Unleash the Hounds. With like, Unleash the Hounds now with Hunter's Mark would be perfect, but he doesn't have it, so it's not a problem.
He can go Lothar to stall the game one more turn. If he gets Unleashed next turn, it's just game over. Juggler Unleash is so good.
Well, if you play Lothar, then the 2, you can attack with the Baltic Shredder, so then one on the Taskmaster, and the Belcher will trade into the Lothar. So I guess that's not what you want to go what you want to do. Yeah, silencing the Belcher seems to be the best option here.
You can also Hunter's Mark it and kill it with a bow.
What about just going face here?
Going face, but you have to Hunter's Mark the Belcher. You don't want to give him value.
Yeah, well, he goes for this for the clear option, which I maybe not blame him if I would have a Savannah Jaime in my hand, but he doesn't have it.
He tries to make it look like he has it. Well, yeah, this play is good if he has Savannah, as you said. Or if he had Unleash. No, if he had Unleash, he had to trade in the other one. Yeah. Or he had to go face, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
This is still a really weird spot to be in, like,
and
Whirlwind destroys you.
And now the coin is really useless, unless you top deck an boom next turn. It's really weird.
It's not easy to say. You can have Knife Juggler coin Loteb if he trades, and then you can trade yourself if he doesn't trade. So you get so many knives out. Well, 2, not so many. And you have the bow, so you kind of are able to manipulate the board. You also have the option of drawing either Unleash the Hounds or Savannah Highmane, which put you in a really good spot.
Well, as the warrior, well, second Belcher would be okay.
We don't really know if it's... Oh, okay, it's Control Warrior.
Yeah.
It could have still been Patron, like...
I saw some with Belcher's Troop. Oh, look at that! It's top deck 7 on turn 6.
I don't think you played.
Yeah, but you have to
deal... it's good.
Well, you played... I think you played anyway.
No, I think
wait, no.
You trade Freezing and coin the Loteb.
Yeah, that's the best option here. True. Dragon's not bad. Still a 3/2 minion which can be dealt by... No, not Taskmasters, never mind. No, wait, Taskmasters still can target that. So there's no difference, like, between a 3/2 without a power and with that power. At least for a warrior.
This is the way to beat warriors, with having freezing traps. They're really effective.
Yeah, it's basically better than saps.
Yeah, it's like a multi-value sap. Well, yeah, they don't really have chargers, other than Gromash. And almost anything you get frozen is like good value, excepting some cards like Acolyte of Pain, Cruel Taskmaster, or Armorsmith. But you can reduce that happening by just controlling the board and leaving them up with only one monster, as we see right now. I still think that the Hunter player is favored to win this game. Looks really good for him.
Huh. Well, he can't. But he has 6 mana, right? So for 6 mana, he can play a weapon. 7? Yeah, never mind. He had the coin. Yeah.
Unleash? He needs Unleash.
Now he has to kill both bombs.
You hunt as more for sure.
Yeah.
You can trade everything and play Savannah. I'm not sure if I really like that.
Would you
This way-
favor more trading first and playing Nav Juggler into Mad Scientist? I guess Savannah's better.
No, you could have still played Savannah and trade the Lothar into one bomb, trade Bow into the other bomb, and leave the Freezing Trap versus Sylvanas.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Never mind. Now
Like now, Freezing Trap is gonna be useless.
yes, I agree completely about that.
I'm not sure about that play. There are like a lot of sketchy plays that might cost him the game.
Well,
As I said, the pressure is
maybe
really huge.
this way he's bluffing a snake trap instead of a freezing trap, you know?
Yeah, anything can happen. The mind games are definitely real. And as I said earlier, at this spot, the pressure is kind of being felt by the players. It's not easy.
So he procs the freezing trap. And now he knows he just can attack with the second bomb and kill one of the hyenas. Wow. Well, he didn't. Too bad.
The Hunter player is in a spot where... Oh. What?
Why wouldn't you play the Nav Juggler?
Like, probably he misclicked and then he didn't play the juggler to not look stupid that he missed damage. I don't know.
Well,
The only
must-
reason to keep the juggler, he probably has Gaddon, the warrior player, but the only reason to keep the juggler is a possible unleash, which isn't even that efficient.
yeah. If there's
No-
a Geddon, this is a GG. Okay, there's no Geddon.
Probably a GG anyways.
Sunwalker? What? And he just draw a trap.
This is why I love open qualifiers. You see all kinds of anti-aggro stuff that you'd never seen in like a super competitive play. Things that might not always be super consistent, but can win you games in open qualifiers, and that's efficient. Like Sunwalker is good.
Yeah, Sunwalker is good, but now, well, now he actually he kept the knife juggler, so it benefits him by playing the snake trap right now. It's really weird. And he doesn't want to kill the mad scientist now because that procs a freezing trap from his board, from his deck, right? And then the Shieldsmaiden will get it, and that means additional 4 damage. I mean, 5
Yeah, but
armor.
that means 1 extra bow charge. But yeah, the 5 armor is probably better than the extra bow charge most of the time.
I wouldn't attack with the mad scientist like at all. That was really weird. Oh, it's Dragon Warrior. So he has a Nefarian there in his hand, or Archdrake, or maybe Icera.
That's a really interesting deck from Chacruna. He's known as an inventor. He doesn't play the meta. He plays like something weird. He's kind of the Darkonics. He might run Nefarian, he might run Alexstrasza, he might run Ysera, he might run all of them. He might run Chromagus.
Oh yeah, right. Chromagus is also a possibility.
What do you think of
What about that
Chromagus and Sunwalker? You draw a lot? That looks like a nice way to
Stabilize? Yeah. Kinda.
like usually Belcher is better than Sunwalker, but if you run Belchers and Sunwalker, that's a way to beat aggro. And what is gonna be played in open tournaments, mostly aggro, that's what everybody's feeling.
And then you go into control matches when you play really odd cards.
Sludge Belcher is really good here at proccing the Snake Trap. A really efficient way. That's probably
true.
the only way. That and if you run Soundmaster or Argus.
But we have to remember that Chacruna still has a Shields Maiden in his hand. For 8 mana, but still. Still
Yeah,
a great
that's
card.
7 armor with the hero power.
Yep.
But is that the best option on turn 10? Or maybe he has one of the nifty dragons. Like, we know he has one of the dragons because he got the effect of the Blackwing Corruptor. So, who knows what we will see. What do you do here? You know it's Snake Trap. Do you proc it? Is it that bad if you proc it?
I don't think it's that bad.
Slam.
Oh wow.
I saw Fibonacci playing Slam in a Control Warrior over Crota's Masters because he thinks Crota's Masters are not that efficient. And Fibonacci is the warrior god. So that role passed from Kit Kats to Fibonacci after Kit Kats didn't play that competitive for a lot of time.
True.
Hunted Keeper is like one of the worst draws you can have at this point. I really don't think it's what you want to see on turn 13 or 14 if I'm not wrong.
I think there's no way of Hunter coming back from this. Like, he has to get...
There are ways, definitely.
Dr. Boom, maybe, but it's already far-fetched. The warrior has just to draw a Death Spite. No, Death Spite that won't make it happen. He has to get a Whirlwind in his hand.
The warrior doesn't really want to proc the trap.
Yeah, but with a Whirlwind, it's enough. Or that. Now you get rid of
He managed to kill it
taunt,
without
yeah.
rocking the secret. That's insane.
And that's it.
And that's game.
Yeah, that's game. That's lethal. For
Well deserved
Chacruna.
for Chacruna.
Yeah, really well played. Well, we didn't see the hand from Chacruna, but from what I have seen on the board, that was really well played. Kinda misplayed by Raphael here, especially with that turn 2 Nav Juggler, which felt really off the game.
Yep.
And I guess that turn when he gave the tempo back to the warrior actually cost him the game. Because if he would play the Animal Companion, Leok was unkillable, Misha was unkillable, only Huffer was really bad. And that's it. And even with the Huffer, you just deal 8 damage. And you don't trade for the Accolade of Pain. So I guess that was way better.
Yeah, you're right. It was like a kind of weird game, but I'm glad that I saw a really interesting deck from Chacruna. He definitely deserves it if he got this far with this kind of
Warrior deck, right?
warrior deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still wonder what dragons did he run. He didn't want to play them. Maybe he didn't want to show them to the stream. Maybe he has like some secret deck.
He is restarting the client right now because that was a bug from the spectator mode, I guess. So I hope we'll get to see his hand in the next game.
Yeah, but we'll not see the warrior anymore. We'll see something else.
Oh yeah, right. Never mind.
But we'll still see something interesting, I think.
Yep.
Maybe now he goes from like full control dragon warrior to like the most aggro deck in the meta. I don't know. I really like the Hearthstone meta right now. It's really diversified and you can play so many types of decks and you can make so many combinations for conquest. And in a best of 3, you just have to pick your 2 best decks or the 2 decks that you think work the best versus what meta you expect. You're like, I expect Hunter, I expect that, I expect that. I'll just bring these 2 polished decks to just beat them.
True. We'll have to get to see in a few seconds. We're still waiting for the players to get ready. And this is the last match for both of you guys. And in the meantime, when we're waiting for the players, I want to remind you, those are open qualifiers, so everyone can sign for those. Yeah, I know what to thought to do, what to say. And so today is the first qualifier. Then at the last day of May and the Sunday 31, there will be second qualifier. Then we have June 16, which will be the third qualifier, and the fourth qualifier, the last one, will happen on July 11th. And top 4 from each qualifier will get to advance to the playoffs, which will be played on July 25 and 26th. that playoffs will be happening for 16 qualified players, and only one of those will be the Dr. Pepper also tournament champion for the first time. And now we're
Okay.
jumping into the game.
As I said, the most aggro deck ever. He's playing Chucky's Face Warlock from yesterday night. That's exactly what I
You
wanted
sure
to
of
see.
that? With the zombie throws?
No, he's playing just Spell Power Warlock then. Damn it. That's Chacruna, right? With the Spell Power Warlock. I saw double Soulfire, and my smile shown up on my face.
I guess that's Chacruna with the Warlock.
Who do you think is favored? The Spell Power Warlock? Oh, it's like Dragon. Chacruna is going with the Dragon team.
Yeah.
Many players went to the Dragon team. Dragons are like starting to make a showing in the meta.
The problem is like you very highly favor your opening hand. Like if you don't have a dragon for Blackwing Corruptor or Blackwing Technician, you're in a really tough spot.
Well, he has Azure Drake.
Yeah.
And then he has Emperor Torisan to follow up. Like, the way I see this game is going to go like Implosion on turn 4, gaining most of the board, then Corruptor just completely gaining the board for you. And then his opponent will play something, then he trades the board, plays Torisan. Perfect. What could you want more than this?
True. Oh, he gets the Mortal Coil from the top.
That's just insane. Exactly what you want.
Yeah. Well, you play the Tinkerdown Technician, that's nothing to think of, I guess. Next to
What's the best spare part? What is the best
is
spare
not
part?
bad, but I guess Stealth is the best. At the, you know.
Oh, he doesn't want to risk. I would have just rolled on the other one. You have to hope you hit 4. If you hit 4 in that spot, it's just game over. I know. I like to play risky. Which one of those do you Corruptor? I think you Corruptor the mech one. What do you think?
Well, you want to deny the Blast Mage, right? So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Implosion.
Okay.
He wants
I
to
was
use
thinking-
Soulfire. It's not bad, he wants to Soulfire.
And that's actually okay. The problem is if he discards the Azure Drake. Okay, he discarded the best card to discard here, I would guess.
Hellfire might be better. I don't know, Hellfire might be useful in the future. We see Raphael running Azure Drake. Do you think Azure Drake is better than Lothar in this kind of meta?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
Do you think Azure Drake is better than Lothar in this kind of meta? In the Mech Mage.
I would say I would favor the low tip. I was playing with one Azure Drake for the most of the time, but then I switched for low tip and was actually winning the game by itself. And the Azure Drake is just, you know, cycle. So it's not so important in most of the time. And low tip can steal or save you from a, you know, crucial Unleash the Hounds or Fireball or whatever is just being played by your opponent.
Yeah, I like the low tip more in the Mechanical Mage because you value your board a lot.
Yep.
This is a really hard turn for Chacruna. He has the option of playing Emperor, but without that much value, or he can just Blackwing Corruptor with a little bit more value. He decides to tap and play the Defender of Argus. That allows him to trade more efficiently, apply more pressure, but at the same time be in a really weird, awkward spot.
He doesn't have like any kind of healing, and being on 14 is really weird, especially when there's an Antonidas looming. Oh wow, and Dr. Boom for turn 7. This will be really tough for Chacruna here. Corruptor, Dark Bomb. Well, you kill the 4-2. And then you Dark Bomb the Azure Drake. Finish it off with the 1-1 and kill off the Clockwork now. But you're still in awful position. You have no way of dealing with the bombs, which will deal additional damage because you have the Big Game Hunter, but doesn't stealth part for Antonidas. Wow.
The Warlock needs to apply a lot of pressure in a really fast pace. I think Lothar BGH is the way to go here.
You think so? I would say it's Azure Drake, Big Game Hunter.
You need to load it because if he has another spare part, you're pretty screwed.
You can also save the Lothar for the turn after he plays Arthritis. Right? Then he can only play one Fireball and that's it. But I guess, yeah, you're right. Load up here would prevent the Antonidas distance, so maybe it's better. I'm not sure, to be honest. So this should be a Mad Scientist ping. And yeah, and Bless Mage. I guess this is over anyway.
Not really. Anything can happen. Let's see. Thanos Hellfire? Nah. Twilight Drake, what does it give you?
I guess it's Twilight Drake into Azure Drake into trade for...
Isn't Azure Drake better played first? It draws you the cards, so you still have the same amount of HP from Twilight Drake. And
Yeah,
if you draw
so.
something that you want to play, it's a misplay playing the Twilight Drake first.
Yeah. Now double Fireballs in hand, go to the face for 12.
So Raphael is probably gonna take this game.
Yes, I would guess so.
And if Raphael wins, the last game is gonna be between Raphael's Hunter and Chacruna's Spell Power Dragon Warlock.
Okay, so there's no way of dealing with that board. You have to just concede here. Like even if you play anti-healbot here, you will be at 18, and that's not enough to sustain the damage from a Perpetuum Mobile with the fireballs.
Yeah. So who do you think has the edge in the last game?
What was the other one? Midrange Hunter, right?
Midrange Hunter and Spell Power Warlock.
I would favor almost always the Hunter in that matchup against a Warlock.
Because it's really aggressive?
Yeah, because it's aggressive and its hero power is just, way more important for the game plan for the Hunter than for the Warlock. Like his Warlock's hero power will actually power up Hunter's hero power. So I guess it's better.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be jumping into the game shortly. Still some issues with the spectator mode, but this will be fixed really fast. And there it is. We see the opening animation, so you will see that, guys, also in a few seconds. There is an anti-kill bot. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I anticipated. It's an anti-heal bot in the Warlock that's a little bit special. It might help in the Hunter matchup. Do you consider keeping that anti-kill bot?
Against a Midrange Hunter, I would say it's a no-go.
Kazan, interesting. Kazan has to be good in this meta if people play a lot of Hunter. So it's really good in the mirror match. But is it really the card you want? You probably have to cut a Shredder for adding the Kazan.
So he has the Drake, which is important, but then Leoka is not bad, to be honest. It's like you don't exactly need to rush through this game. So if you play turn 3, you can coin out Implosion. What do you think about coining out Implosion for Mad Scientist? That will be a freezing trap most likely. So then you attack with next, and you can attack with one of the imps to trigger that. I think that's not bad. But then you're kind of weak to Unleash the Hounds. But you have to play the Implosion at some point of the game.
It's really complicated to say. Depends on the Implosion RNG. If you feel lucky, it's really good to roll 4 on the Leok.
Well, he went for the Soulfires, so the safest option here. This is not an easy turn. Like, you can Hellfire, but I guess Implosion is still much better. And you can, if you hit for 2...
4.
It's 4. Okay, never mind.
Implosion. That's huge.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my god, that's even better. The juggler was like the best draw ever. It just turns the board, around, and
Yeah.
from a losing situation you go to a really winning situation, and all the jugglers hit, or yeah,
Wow, perfect jugglers.
perfect jugglers.
Well, there's a big difference, right? There's a Hellfire.
Yeah, it is a no, there's no difference. It is a
Yeah.
Hellfire. But still, the chance of that happening was like, it was 80% and then 75%, and then 66%, and then 50-50, and he won all of those.
Yep. Important in other matches, and this actually not important at all. So I guess Palta Shredder Hero Power, right?
Yes. Actually, Web Spinner might be better than a Hero Power.
Well, there's no difference if you think about the Molten Giants, because he will tap anyway.
No, Web Spinner is better because you want to play Houndmaster and you want to empty your board so Quick Shot can be more effective.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And for that reason, you have to play Web Spinner. Like, even normally I would sometimes play Web Spinner over Hero Power just because you want the board presence. 1 damage over 2 turns is the same as a Hero Power, so you don't miss that much. And you want to empty your hand, that's the main reason. The Beast.
Here is one of the crucial draws that he has to get to be back into the game.
The Beast is a really bad target.
He's
Savannah is like
bad
way superior.
Savannah is awesome. And now he has to draw a silence for that, I guess.
Oh, Savannah gets BGHable.
Oh, look at that.
But then he can play the Beast.
There's still a Siphon Soul, so you're not exactly worried about that.
Yeah, you BGH that for sure.
So, big game. What? Why would you do that? I guess. I have no idea. Like, okay, yeah, it makes sense because you will proc the freezing trap with your Defender of Argos. Exactly. That, to be honest, that's the best play you can make this turn.
But he could play Technician. He could play BGH instead of the Technician. I don't know.
But it's a bigger minion, so maybe it makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. The Hunter is still pressuring the board in a really effective manner.
Yeah, and the Owl is a turn too late. The Owl, the turn before, would be insanely good.
Yeah, on the Savannah.
Yeah.
You couldn't BGH it afterwards, but you could still Soulfire it for 5 and kill it.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, you'd have still used 3 cards, the Soulfire, the Owl, and a discard from Soulfire to deal with Savannah. That shows how good Savannah is.
Yeah, Savannah is just like a most insane current Pilot Sky Golem combined.
Beast is pretty good right now. You have to be afraid of the BGH, but I really care at this point. You might even push Face for 4 just in case he has BGH. Knowing opponent both guys' hands and looking at the previous turns, you don't expect a BGH because if he had a BGH, he should have used it on the Savannah. I really like using the Hero Power. Just in case he has the BGH, you can still win the game by just pushing a lot of damage in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now BGH is really good with Argus. You get a free. Just insane.
True.
That's a game winner, BGH.
Yeah. It turned the game around and you gain a free minion. That's like, wow, what just happened?
I don't see the Hunter getting back in this spot. He can. He definitely can top deck like Kill Command. Kill Command would do it.
But he didn't keep one of his beasts in his hand.
I don't think the creepers are gonna die. You don't really
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
into
yeah.
creepers at
Yeah,
this
you're
point. You
right.
just go Azure Drake, Blackwing Corruptor on face and hit the face so you can win next turn. You'll put him at 19, and then you attack for 6, you put him at 13, and then you have 6 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15, and he's at 13, so he's kind of dead.
True.
And what do you die to? You don't die to anything. You die to not even to Leroy, I think. Do you die to Leroy? No, you don't die to Leroy.
No, he would have to get Leroy and Unleash the Hounds in one card.
He played in the right order. You have to play Corruptor first.
Yep, true. Lothar. Now that's game.
That's game for Chacruna. Chacruna
So
wins the series and goes into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, into the players. That's the last round of the qualifiers. So that was fast for Chacruna, I would say. Like this game was turned around in one turn, like because of the Big Game Hunter.
Yes.
It looked like it looked really grim for Chacruna in the beginning, but then a few things happened, and actually we witnessed few back-to-backs counters, like Unleash the Hounds for the implosion, right, with perfect juggles. Then we saw Hellfire for that. Then we saw Savannah Highmane with 7 attack, which was traded for Soulfire, and then
And then the
Handmaster happened.
Soulfire discarded Emperor. If Soulfire would have discarded BGH, the game would have been
that
won
would
by the
be
Hunter
horrible.
player.
Yeah, that would be like disastrous for Chacruna. Without the Big Game Hunter, I don't think he would have won the game. Like there was no answer for the Beast afterwards, like because he played the Siphon Soul on the 4-2 Hyena.
So we already have a known player in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
I also heard that Renny Hour won versus Pesty, so he's also in the playoffs. So
Okay. Oh, that's really great news. It's really good news. I always like when known players are proving that they can play well.
Max messaged me and told me that he also won. And that means that 3 out of the 4 players until now are known players. Well, Max is not that known. He's also like life coach, a poker player. He was a poker player. He might still play poker.
I have no idea. But yeah. So we'll be. I think we'll be jumping to a short break before the last match, and we'll see. So see you guys in a few minutes.